Good morning. I'm Dr. Mel, and welcome back to Dr. Mel's Richmond Market Intelligence Report, where we don't just report the market, we learn from it. And it's Friday, which means today we're getting something I've been waiting for all week, the full story. Yesterday we were watching the Thursday inventory push after active increased from the second day in a row. So did Friday bring another big wave of inventory heading into the weekend? Nope. Active inventory actually pushed back, but pendings climbed again. And when I zoom out and compare the entire week to last week, there are a few things I'm circling. Okay, let's learn from these numbers. You can see the numbers, so let's focus on the movement. Active inventory moved from 232 yesterday to 223 today. Pending activity increased from 268 to 278. And sold activity moved from 219 to 215, down about 1.8%. So once again, look at these numbers together. Less active inventory, more home spending. That means even heading into the weekend, buyers are making moves. Now look at this pattern. Let's zoom all the way out because this is Friday and this is exactly why I track every day. Active inventory this week went from 235 Monday, 213 on Tuesday, 220 on Wednesday, 232 on Thursday, and 233 on Friday. Pending, similar, 249, 253, 251, 268, 270, 278. And sold, 234, 217, 227, 219, 215. Now look at the pending line. We started Monday at 249 pending homes and finished Friday at 278. That's almost about a 12% increase from Monday's snapshot. So while active inventory bounced around this week, buyer activity finished the week stronger than it started. Now that's going in my notes. And this is where having consistent data actually starts paying off. Last week our average active inventory across the four markets was 233. This week 225. So average activity inventory declined about 3.5% week over week. Average pending activity actually increased slightly, 258 last week to 260 this week, but average sold activity dropped, 242 to 222. That's down about 8%. So if I had to summarize this week in one sentence, we averaged fewer active homes, slightly more pending activity, and fewer sold homes than last week. Now that gives us something to carry into the next week. And once again, the counties are telling different stories. Richmond City active inventory dropped from 50 yesterday to 42 today. Henrico ticked up slightly from 61 to 62. Chesterfield moved from 98 to 97. And Hanover from 23 to 22. But look at the pendings. Richmond increased from 54 to 60. Chesterfield increased from 99 to 105. Hanover held strong at 33. And Henrico remained elevated at 80. And so once again, you can look at the regional number and assume every local market underneath is having exactly the same, is behaving exactly the same. Just talking. Now let's look at those our 250 sold homes showing today's 7-day snapshot. You already know what time it is. Congratulations to all parties involved, but especially those new homeowners out here buying their dream home. And we finished the week with sold activity showing every single day. Behind every one of those numbers is a transaction, a negotiation, a move, a closing table, and somebody finally hearing, congratulations, you are a homeowner. Now it's time for our luxury minute. Remember, luxury in this report means 700K and above across Richmond City, Henrico, Chesterfield, and Hanover. Yesterday we had 25 active listings, 28 pending, and 31 sold in our luxury snapshot. Today we have 24 active, 31 pending, and 32 sold. So luxury active inventory tightened slightly while both pending and sold activity increased. And Chesterfield continues to be worth watching. Today we had 10 active, 14 pending, and 12 sold luxury properties in the 7-day snapshot. Meanwhile, Henrico is showing 7 active but 13 sold. Again, same region, different price point, different story. So today's lesson is actually about the value of consistency. If I only looked at Thursday, I could have said inventory is increasing. If I only looked at Friday, I could say inventory is falling. But because we watch every single day, we know the actual story was more complicated than either one of those statements. Inventory moved, buyer activity moved, different counties behaved differently. And by Friday, pending activity was nearly 12% higher than where we started on Monday. That's why one snapshot should never become the full story. That's your Friday Dr. Mel's Richmond Market Intelligence Report, and that officially closes out another full week of tracking. Next week we start fresh, and now we have another entire week of data to compare to it. Are these pendings going to keep climbing? Does inventory build again? And what happens as we head into September? We'll find out together, because one day gives us numbers, consistency gives us patterns, and patterns tells the story. I'm Dr. Mel, and around here, we learn differently. I will see you tomorrow.